AT, what up, Beat It AT, what up, Beat It.
What's up, my brodies? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Andrew of Beat It AT, and in this video I'll be covering all the basic fundamentals you'll need to know when trying to make beats. To get started, you first need a good computer. Believe it or not, but gaming computers make a good starting point for music production computers, since they often have higher PC specs. I actually use the Dell Inspiron laptop with the i7 processor. Next, you'll need to pick your desired DAW or digital audio workplace. I personally use Fruity Loops, better known as FL Studio. It's developed by ImageLine. Other DAW options would be Logic Pro, Ableton, Pro Tools, Studio One, or Cubase, all of which are made by different companies. The DAW will allow you to manipulate audio files, record audio, structure your song or beat, as well as load music and audio related programs inside of it. After picking your DAW, you'll need a pair of reliable studio speakers, better known as monitors, as well as some nice headphones. I'll have links in the description to all the equipment so you don't get overwhelmed by all the products that are available out there. For the headphones I use the Audio-Technica ATH M40X. And then for studio monitors, I use some older Behringer Truth B2031s. But for a smaller room and more portable setup, I use the Mackie CR3s. I would also recommend the Yamaha HS5s. I personally don't own a pair, but the studio I often work at has them and I love them. After you get your monitors and headphones, it is recommended to get an audio interface, since in many cases it will be the only way you'll be able to hook up your studio monitors and microphones to your computer. Audio interfaces also reduce latency and noise, which can improve your overall audio quality. For my home setup, I use the Focusrite 2i2, but over at the studio I work at, we use the Apollo UAD Quad with Thunderbolt, given the larger setup we have over there. So after you have your computer, DAW, headphones, and speakers, you may need some sounds and files to work with. Producers get their sounds from websites or from sound designers. Some good websites you can get your sounds from would be beatitat.com, odular.com, as well as splice.com. Over at beatitat.com, we have some free samples which you can get started, as well as some paid ones if you decide to support us, which is much appreciated. Now, sample packs aren't the only thing you'll need in order to have a large library of sounds. You'll also probably want to invest in some virtual studio plugins. Your DAW should come with some decent plugins, but in many cases, the sounds they have can be outdated or bland, but that's just my opinion. These virtual studio plugins are virtual instruments that emulate various synths and sounds, allowing you more ease to create higher quality sounding melodies. A VST is just one type of software program. When you get virtual studio plugin software, they often include other plugin types like RTAs, AAX, VST3, which are all different plugin versions that work accordingly to different DAWs. So if you find that the virtual studio plugins in your DAW aren't what you're looking for, then I would recommend checking out the following plugins: Spectrasonics Omnisphere, Native Instruments Complete, Xfer's Serum, Tone2's Electra 2, Avid's Xpand, or XLN Audio's Addictive Keys. These are just a couple examples, and there are thousands more, so pick wisely, as some of these plugins can get super expensive. The links to these programs are also in the description down below. So now that you have your computer, a DAW, headphones and speakers, an audio interface, sound packs, and virtual instrument plugins, you are now good to go with making your beats. So let's get started. In your DAW, we have three elements: the loop, the playlist, and the mixer. These three components will lead us to create a full, complete beat or song. The loop section, or channel rack, is where we will create the elements in our beat, such as the kick pattern, the snare pattern, chord progressions, and lead melodies. Each pattern will be a seamless loop where they'll be structured in our playlist area. In our playlist area, we can organize all of our loops into a full beat or song structure. Just think of the playlist area as building a puzzle, which then turns into a full song or beat. After we have structured our beat in the playlist and we've imported all the elements we wanted in our beat, we can then begin the mix. The mix is where we adjust the volume faders of each element so we can create space within our beat or song so all the sounds don't sound cluttered. In our mix, we may use various plugins like compressors, EQs to help us create space, but we'll get into all that in a later video as that can be a lot of information. So after we finish our mix, we should have a finished beat that is ready for an artist to hop on. In my next video of this series, I'll go into more depth on how you can create melodies and loops with VSTs and samples inside the channel rack or loop mode. There simply wouldn't be any way I could cover everything in one video, especially in a reasonable amount of time. However, if you don't want to wait, I do suggest you to check out my channel as I do have over 900 videos, and most of which I go through various beat making tips, tricks, and techniques which can benefit you in learning more music production. If you thought this video was helpful in some way, then be sure to give it a like and comment. The support is always appreciated and it does help out. I also drop a new free sample pack every time we reach 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more, and don't forget to click the push bell notification button so you'll be updated whenever we drop a new YouTube video. This is Andrew of Beat It AT Production and Publishing, and I'll see you guys later.